Hey guys, it's Coop here with another mod tutorial. Today I'm going to be doing the Nerf Secret Strike. I've already taken out all the screws, but in order to complete this mod, of course you're going to have to take out all the screws. Then the shell just pops off. You can set this half aside, it's got nothing in it. And then you have all your internals. Now these two things are the little dart holders. You can set those aside for now because we're not going to be using them. As you can see, this part right here is the little light. Here's the chamber for it, the circuit board, and then the two battery compartments and the switch. You're going to want to save all this if you have intentions of putting it back in. I don't, but if you do, you're going to want to save all that. But for now, you also don't have to take it out if you're just going to do the air restrictor mod. This little piece does come off, but you gotta take the screws out. Now, all the body screws are the same size, and I believe, yeah, all the internal screws are the same as well, so it doesn't really matter. The only other screw that's different is the little silver screw that holds on the trigger. And then you can take the little rail attachment and set that aside. Don't lose this spring now. And then the whole thing slides out. Now you want to remember what this looks like. So, and then there's this other little tiny screw at the top here that you want to put in a separate location. Well, I mean not in with your other screws, because that wouldn't be good. You run the risk of losing it. If I can get it off, might work. Okay. And that whole thing should come off, and you can just set that whole thing aside. We're not going to be working with that. And then the spring, and then you have your little trigger hold. Now the spring, you can just stretch it out a little bit if you want to. This will just give it more compression. You can also, some people I've seen heat treat these, which basically they stretch it out and then heat it up. Then the metal stays in that position and you get a bigger spring, or you could just replace the spring altogether. But the main part we're going to be worrying about is this. This has the air restrictor in it. Now in some of these, this part comes off, so you want to watch that. But what you want to do is you want this part right here. You want to put the whole thing in hot water, which will loosen up the super glue. And then you want to pull it apart. And then you got to take out all the air restrictors. I'm going to go dip this in hot water. And I'll be right back. And I'll continue. Okay guys, I've got my tube soaking in hot water here. That glue should break apart in a few minutes. But while I'm doing that, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this gun. This gun isn't going to be a stock gun. It's not going to have the light or anything. I'm going to cut it down. It's going to be a minimized gun. And by that I mean I'm going to cut it along this handle and completely take this off, and then the handle, the barrel, will be shorter. It'll be cut off at this point. So I'll have a minimized gun. This will make it lighter and smaller. Then I'm going to patch this up, and it should be really nice. This gun I will be selling on eBay, like my other Black Knight Finder. I don't know if I'm going to sell them as a pair or not. I'm going to get a video to you guys on that, and it should be in a week or so, probably less. But for this part, if you plan on painting any of the guns, make sure you sand them really well. I mean, so they completely lose their shine, whatever. If you do plan on painting it, you'll need to remove this screw. which is the trigger for the trigger, and then this spring. Now, they come out really easy. I'm not going to take them out because I don't plan on painting it right now. But, in order to take this light out, it's really easy. You just take these 2 screws out, and this pops out. Now these 2 little things slide in here, and they just pop out with either a screwdriver. Sometimes they do. Anyway, those come out, and then this screw takes this little thing out. The light's going to be completely gone, so at this point I'm going to take it out completely. And this is a really long screw. Now, if you do plan on minimizing it like I am, you can save this switch, you can save the light. If you don't plan on minimizing it, and you're just going to put this back in if you're going to paint it, and you want this light to improve, in order to get more light through this little black thing right here, you just take either some spray paint, or some paint, or some black duct tape, or electrical tape, and tape over all of this so the light has nowhere to go. It's like water. It's like water, basically. If any place it finds that it can leak, it will. So just make sure you get that all squared away, and then it just screws back into those 2 little holes, and then it fits into this hole right here. And then you just screw it back in, and you can put it back in. I won't. I'm going to be taking all this out. So I'm just going to pop this out right now. Maybe. No, I'll do it later. Anyway. This should be ready. No. Okay. Okay, guys. So, the water wasn't working. I just had to, hacksaw it out. I don't suggest this. I would suggest a Dremel. But this will be fine for now. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to drill this part out. Okay. And inside will be this rod, and that's it. If there's other things in there, then there might be something wrong with it. And then you can just clean it up with a file. I'll do that later. Okay. And then on this side, if this hasn't come out yet, this should come out when you cut it off. If you didn't, that's fine. Just kind of peel this part of the plastic off, because that should have come off on the other side anyway. And I can't get this off either. What is wrong with this today? Anyway. Okay, well. You gotta kind of work this around. I'm gonna try to see what's wrong with this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I finally got this stupid little thing out. And then what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna cut out there's a disc in there, and you want to cut that out. And then you're gonna go and glue these 2 pieces back together. I have to do some filing and sanding to them, so I'll do that later. And then it's really easy to put back together. You just put the spring back on, put this part back on. Place this into the plunger tube. Take all that assembly and put it back in the case and screw it back on. I am gonna go file this down, glue it together, and then I'm gonna put it all back in the case and show you guys. After that, I'm gonna show you how to minimize it if you want to. That'll be in the next video, part 2. Okay, check it out. And you're going to want to put everything back together. Just put the spring on here, and then screw this onto here like so. Hold on. Screw is being stubborn. Okay. So that's, you got your spring, and then put everything back together. This slide, hold on, slide this part back here. All that goes back into there. Make sure to engage, go around, look, make sure you've engaged every spring. Now I like to do what's called a dry put together. Well, I mean, I'd probably figure out something better to say than that, but anyway. Sounds kind of weird. Anyway, so you just want to kind of put everything together, just like mock up everything. Because, especially in Mavericks, because they're a pain. And then, of course, these 2 would go in here. I'm not going to put those in right now. It would go a little notch down. Okay, so just snap everything back together. Make sure all your wires are inside. Sounded weird. And then, that's a beautiful sound. So, now I'm gonna minimize this, and I'll do that, and I'll show you guys that in another video. But basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut that down right there, and then cut this down, and then put a piece of plastics, and put some plastic right there to cover that up. And I don't know if I will paint it or not. You guys post it in the comments. Tell me if I should or not, because it's hard to after you put on the plastic. So you guys decide. Should I leave it stock or paint it? And if I should paint it, what colors? And if I was going to design it some way, how? Also consider this. I was considering making it into a halo pistol by putting a piece of plastic here and then kind of giving it that halo look. It'll be smaller, and then I will be selling this one, so stay tuned for future selling videos. I'll be selling a couple of them, and thanks for watching.